Hello and welcome to the channel. Today I've got a deep dive video into the World War II German Soldbuch. This video is for historical and for reenactment purposes only. The example I've got for you today is an early war Soldbuch of an Obergefreiter der Fallschirmjäger Regiment 3. That will be on the right hand side of the video. On the left you'll find a English transcription. Please obviously bear in mind, if you are going to use this video as a point of reference, this book may differ from later war variants and from other branches of service. The first page of the Soldbuch contains critical information about the soldier. This includes the number of the war roll and also the degree of service or trade the soldier was proficient in. Underneath it is a black box. This is for ranks, so this is to be used as and when applicable. This contains the rank and also the date that it was achieved. Underneath it you'll find the full legal name of the soldier. Underneath it you've got four smaller boxes for the dog tag number, the blood group of the soldier. This is either going to be A, B, or O, the gas mask size ranging from 1 to 3, 1 being the smallest, and also the service number of the soldier, comprised of the following bullet points. Following this is more critical information, including the soldier's date of birth and place of birth, including the district. This also covers the religion and the class/profession, which is the soldier's pre-war occupation. Following is a personal description section. This includes the height in centimeters, body composition or build, face shape, hair color with the prefix light or dark, a section for beards and facial hair, a section for eye colors, and other noticeable/distinguishing characteristics. This includes marks, burns, and scars on the location of the body. This section also includes the shoe length and the shoe width. The following page is reserved for any type of corrections. These are sequentially numbered, including the type of change, whether that be position or promotional, the page number of the correction, the date of the correction, the unit name of the field post designation number, the signature of who signed off the correction, and the rank and office. This could either be stamped or this could be hand-filled with a signature. The following page is broken down into 3 sections. This includes the military recruiting station where the soldier originally enlisted. The replacement or training units details the units the soldier previously belonged to. Replacement or training units refers to the name of the replacement unit the soldier currently belongs to, as well as its location. These were originally handwritten, however later in the war these were replaced with stamped entries. The following page is split into another 3 sections. This includes the first and last name of the holder of the Soldbuch, followed by the wife's information, the first and maiden name, the place of residence, including the district and the street and house number. This is followed by the parents' details, so this includes the father, first and last name, the profession or trade, this being their employment, mother's first and maiden name, including the parents' place of residence, including the district and the street of house number. Lastly, the third section is for relatives of the bride. This is the first and last name. This could be a family member or, again, close relative. Professional trade, which is employment, place of residence or district, and again the street and house number. There's a small abstraction underneath that which basically states that if the first and second section aren't filled in, fill in the third section, or vice versa. If you've got 1 or 2, you don't need to fill in the third section. The following contains evidence of clothing and equipment provided. Obviously, if you're using a different branch of service Soldbuch, or if you're using a later war version, this is where you might encounter discrepancies between what I'm showing you today. It essentially boils down to the same table, so you've got the unit that it was issued to, and then the time frame in a day, month, year configuration, followed by the issued item. I'm not going to do a deep dive video into this specific equipment. Obviously, you see I've got some translations on the screen. I will be doing a separate video where I go a bit deeper into this. Though most equipment for basic training would have been similar, if not identical, with slight changes obviously given of branch of service. Following basic training, as soldiers developed into their specialist role, equipment would be issued that isn't generally present on other Soldbuchs. An example on this one obviously being the additional section for Fallschirmjäger specific kit. Finally, for any sort of exchange of items and field equipment, you have the special clothing notes section, and this will round out this area of the Soldbuch. The next section is medical evidence. This includes a vaccinations page. So this is a conclusive vaccination history of the owner of the Soldbuch. You've got sections 1, 2, 3, and 4. These basically are the standard vaccinations, and then there is one at the bottom for any other vaccinations or other curative vaccinations that the soldier has received during his time of service. The next section continued on this is a double page spread if the person wears glasses. Obviously this person doesn't, hence why it's been struck through in red. However, if they have any prescription or prescription notes, this is where you'll find it within the Soldbuch. For reenactors again, if you do wear glasses and you want to fill out these pages correctly, you can fill this section using your actual prescription. Additionally, reproduction or original German Army issued frames can be purchased with modern lenses cut to fit the period frames. The following is part 1 of 2 of proof of mission to a field hospital. This is denoted by day and month as well as the year, and this will also include the field hospital identification number and illness code. Page 2 of 2 covers the administrative signature of when the soldier was signed in, as well as the date, month and year of discharge, any remarks in regarding to this, and concluding with the signature of discharge at the end. The following 2 pages are left blank by default. These cover any sort of valuables that were given to the hospital, so this includes money, papers or anything else of value that was on the soldier at the time of admission into the field hospital. The final medical section of the Soldbuch is the dental record. This is where there'll be any denotion of missing teeth. In addition, there are 3 subsections for corrections and repairs, as well as the dental stations where these were performed, a small section for remarks, and the bottom is relation to any sort of dental prosthesis. Following is a continuation page that follows on from page 4. This contains any additional troop or unit movement, as well as any corrections that should have been present on page 4, but there wasn't enough space. The following contains payment in regards to the whole of the Soldbuch. Obviously, please bear in mind that every German soldier received the standard 35 Reichsmarks. However, with increases to the rank, the payment code will change and they would receive additions on top of this. Something to note, if you're filling this out from a reenactment perspective, the salaries were the same across different branches of the German Armed Forces and were grouped into salary groups. Please note that in addition to rank, the salary also depended on the soldier's marital status and the number of children that a soldier had. In addition to his salary, the soldier, his wife and their children had the right to free medical consultation treatment from a military doctor, and in the case that if a soldier did die while serving, his wife and children retained these rights for 3 months after the end of the month in which the soldier died. For reenactors who want to add a bit more to the impression, I would recommend getting some German Army issue currency. Both originals and reprints are available at decent prices. The German Army issued their own banknote during the Second World War and didn't use regular civilian currency since 1942. With that being said, for a good reenactment impression, make sure that this is relevant to the rank of the soldier and the year that you're portraying. I would personally put them in the back of your Soldbuch, as it goes a long way on displays and talking them through at events. The final 2 pages are for leave of absence, officially sanctioned for more than 5 days. Though the German military had no formal leave policy, except for brief periods during religious holidays, soldiers were only granted leave in exceptional cases. This includes family bereavement and illness. However, this was influenced by external factors such as campaign, battles, theatre of operations, supply, logistics, and discretion. I hope you have found this video helpful and informative. If you wouldn't mind dropping a like, that would be greatly appreciated, as these videos do take a while. However, if there's anything you're currently unsure of, or if you have any corrections that you'd like to give myself, please obviously drop them in the comments below.